I wanted to make a video about Easter and religion today, and I couldn't do it because every time I turned on the camera, I just kept thinking about this comment I got about a year ago that said that I was a fake Christian, which seems like an absolutely ridiculous thing to accuse someone of, only because it is. I don't know why anybody would fake Christianity. It doesn't make sense to fake a religion, and I certainly don't know how one would fake Christianity or why they would. And I don't know how it came to be that I was being accused of faking a religion. What did I do to be perceived as fake? And why would somebody in my position even lie about their religion? I live in America where theoretically we have freedom of religion and freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want and believe whatever I want without being persecuted for it. I have no reason to lie about my beliefs, so how could somebody believe that I was lying about them? What sense did that make? Somehow I arrived at the conclusion that I just wasn't being Christian enough. I just wasn't being good enough to be perceived as Christian. I wasn't speaking about my beliefs enough on the internet, and I wasn't doing that one magical thing that would somehow mean that people would believe me and that people would perceive me as honest when I talked about Christianity and about my religion. Of course, recently I realized that absolutely all of that was utter nonsense. Of course I'm not Christian enough. Of course I'm not good enough. Nobody is. Because the bar for being good enough is perfection, and I'm not that. It's impossible to measure up to perfection. I'm not perfect. None of us are. And if we were, there would be absolutely no reason for Christianity. Because if we were perfect, Jesus wouldn't need to sacrifice himself for us. Every religion in the world agrees that there's something that's just off about humanity. There's something wrong with us. There's something screwed up about us. But Christianity believes that there is someone in the universe, that the creator of the universe loves us so immensely, so infinitely, so perfectly, that he could die for us so we could spend an eternity just hanging out with him. He loves us. He loves us despite our imperfections. He loves us even though we're not good enough. We don't need to be good enough. It's impossible to ever be good enough, to ever be perfect. So we don't need to be. There are no perfect people. There are no perfect Christians. And if you think you're being a perfect Christian, well, you're wrong. That's the whole reason we celebrate Easter. It's an acknowledgement that we never were and never can be good enough. And it doesn't matter, because we have been redeemed through love. We don't need to try to fix ourselves constantly because we have been made perfect through someone else's love for us. We are infinitely and impossibly loved, and nothing we can ever do will ever be able to take that love away from us. It will never be able to take away the redemption. It will never be able to take away the sacrifice that someone else made for us. We will never be able to take away that love.